All right, I'm going to show you how to boost a button, and then we'll talk about clinically applying it a little bit. The first part is simple to do it. So if I want to boost this button, you just hit Menu, Vocabulary Builder, and then you get this button that says Button Boost. You got to make sure you're in one of the latest versions. So when you hit Button Boost, you touch any button, and it goes to its largest size. That'll be the largest. And then if you want to do another button, you touch that one. So really, you can go pretty quick. Now you exit. And of course, the problem now would be is you have this background. Isn't likely. I personally in LAMP would never want to see something like this happening where buttons are different sizes. I love seeing the grid. So you only use this feature to two tricks I want you to remember after you've exhausted everything else. And especially, I really much rather you did this trick where you put in a keyguard that has a hole punched in it like this. So I know most of you know how to do that, but that would be your first step, using vocabulary builder and all those things. You might even try something where you have a tactile reference on a location before you go to this step. But anyway, you've got to a spot where you're in a consultation usually, and you, for some reason, are just having a child who's not motivated to touch the buttons. So one trick you're going to do, and I want to be very strong about this, is don't do this without the 84 key guard on there. So this 84 key guard, I'm not snapping them off and on. But when you do this, when you hide everything with these two buttons, I want to make sure you leave the 84 key guard on there. So a couple more things you'd probably want to do. Of course, you probably want to go in here to vocabulary builder, and you probably want to hide all, except for now, look, they go to the small locations, but as long as you remember what they were, I think I did stop. You're in good shape. I love how that works. Now you see I changed my background, but remember, you're not doing this without that key guard on there. You're leaving this 84 key guard on there. And then when any finger gets in the hole and they have success after any finger, because they'll have a large area now that can work. When they have any one of these that work, then you're going to go right in here really quickly, go back to your vocabulary builder, touch that location, and then you're going to boost it back down. And looks like there's a little bit of, I've done this a few times, and I believe I should be able to do that within this setting here. So you saw I had a little bit of trouble there. I don't want to keep messing with this, but I think if you go in and out, you can do it. So I'm not sure why I had to do that, but I think if I just go in and out of the vocabulary builder, it allows me to boost it again. Somebody will probably see how I did that wrong. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm leaving this key guard on there. So now I could have, you see how, and this one doesn't, I've grabbed the wrong one, but you get the concept. I want to tell you something about like using a,
Stop heat.
This is the actual 28 key guard. And you see how it would actually potentially block. You could still use this one, but you'd actually, because it would fit on there pretty nice now. See how that fits right on that spot? But this extra grid area would give you an extra area to secure their hand to go in. But as soon as you can, just as soon as possible, get back to that 84 grid, because you're shaping this motor plan. You're not trying to change it. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. You just go in here to go to vocabulary builder. You go to the button boost. You boost the button to the size you want it, and as quick as you possibly can, you get it back to where it originally was. So now, again, I'd still have, usually I would not recommend going to this unless you have to, this larger size grid, just leave your 84 key guard on there. Okay, it's really nice how slick they made that. I hope it helps.